So plenty from his Aftershock buddies.
Called Royal Rat Rangers, and how is this your guys' first season playing?
This is our first year of doing tournaments. We first came to the World Cup in 2000, checked it out and see what it entailed, and then the next year we played our first tournament here in the 10-man, and we scored about 3 games, I think, out of the 8. But it was winning 3 games at the Orlando World Cup that impressed us so much that we didn't even believe we could win 1, never mind 3. So that blew us away, and we said, right now we've got to practice more. We know what we need to do, because we learned a lot from the other teams we played. And all the other teams like Rage and Avalanche and Dynasty and the guys, we all hang out. They've been giving us tips and things on how to improve the game. And it's been a hell of a journey, because this year we were this close to the semis in the 5-man, which we didn't do last year. And we won 4 out of the 8 on the 10. But there was more competition this time, and it was more of a battle. And I think the incredible thing about the games was the battles themselves. They were just very intense games and very exciting. You know, so.
Is that what you love about paintball, or what is it that keeps you going?
There's so many things I love about paintball. I love the camaraderie of the people. I love the honesty. There is some, believe it or not. And I love, some of the guys who do different things. You learn from that. There's some things you won't play and do. There's some things you do well and you play well. I don't believe in wiping and all that sort of thing. I like the team to be known as an honest team. And I won't have people in the team that are like that. And so the important thing to me that I have found is that people now know that we're serious and we're not just here just to, cash in on the musical name or anything like that, because a lot of people didn't take us that seriously.
Well, thank you so much. It's good to hear that much about you.
Thanks so much, guys. Another perspective of the game, the Empire Ref Cam. Check this out.
Hey, I thought it was here, but I ran this way.
Now a great idea has gotten even better, and at a great price. The Craftsman Speedlock Master Drill and Drive Set from Sears. What makes Speedlock so unique? It starts with this, the Speedlock Quick Connector. It fits any drill and lets you change bits fast without rechucking. Just insert the bit, lock the collar, and you're ready to go. Changing bits is a snap. And now Speedlock lets you do even more with innovations like this combination drill driver. Just click it into the Quick Connector, and in one step, drill a pilot hole and countersink. With a quick flip, drive in the screw straight and flush without changing bits or tools. The 85-piece Craftsman Speedlock Master Set is on sale now for just $89.99. Craftsman packed more innovations into the Speedlock Master Set, like the self-centering drill drivers that let you accurately install hinges and brackets fast. Screws go in centered and straight every time. You also get heavy-duty masonry bits for drilling into brick, stone, concrete, and tile. Even wood boring bits for really big jobs. Plus, Craftsman included driver bits, adapters, and sockets for easily driving nuts, bolts, or hex screws with your drill. The Speedlock magnetic screw guides let you drive in screws without wobble. Craftsman Speedlock is made from high-quality alloys for strength and durability. And because it's from Sears, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. Everyone who owns a drill will appreciate Speedlock. Sets start as low as $19.99. The Craftsman Speedlock Master Set is so versatile, it's the fast and easy way to tackle all of your drilling and driving projects.
Save $10 now on the Craftsman Speedlock 85-piece Master Drill and Drive Set, just $89.99. This is a limited time offer, so call now, 1-800-351-7733.
Watch biotech billionaire Ernesto Bartarelli prove he's got the cash to convert a landlocked nation into ocean view property as his Alinghi Swiss Challenge makes a run for sailing's most prestigious trophy. The hottest yachts on the planet, floated on billionaires' budgets and decked out with the world's best sailors. Only the winner earns the right to challenge New Zealand, the defending America's Cup champion. Live coverage continues. The Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger races for the America's Cup. Now through January 15th on OLN Adventure TV.
Welcome back. These guys had a short drive down the Jacksonville Warriors and sporting the WGP War Cam. The captain of the team, Paul Bolenbach.
You're Then the snake.
Ball's out. Camille's in.
Thanks, James. The sport of paintball today is on the cutting edge of technology. Paintball manufacturers are constantly striving to improve their markers, such as with WGP and their new gun, the Oracle. I'm here today with Rocky Newth of Naughty Dogs. What can you tell me about this gun?
Well, the gun was designed by Jeff and Bud Orr. Basically, it is Wargame's flagship gun. Let's go over a couple of the features. One of the main features is the new lever frame. It increases the rate of fire. Some of the other features is a 15-degree vertical ASA, which basically is more ergonomic. We have the adjustable three-way, the adjustable regulator, which is actually a smaller version of the original. We have the Caner barrel, which has different size inserts for different bore sizes of paint. The Oracle also comes with two different feed necks, a high-rise and a low-rise for if you're a back player or a front player. It has a Delron bolt that's self-lubricating, requires no O-rings. Also has a cam adjuster, which basically adjusts the length of the pool, so if you like a longer pool or a shorter pool. WGP designs are always innovative and they're always imitated, so make sure that you get the original stuff.
You mentioned earlier that this is based off of the design of Bud Orr's.
Yeah, Bud and Jeff Orr, the owners of Wargames products, are innovators, and they've been with the sport since the beginning.
Yeah, we've been involved since 1986. We made our first markers in 1987, and it's evolved into what you see now as far as the autocock is concerned. It's made in America. It's legendary in itself. It's won many tournaments, and we're here today with it, and it's still going strong.
And we're still going strong for you guys here on OLN. Final match coming up. Here's the points once again. Aftershock ahead of Dynasty. They can win it all with a victory over Iron Man.
I heard it when he does that.
Sorry about the dust.
The powerful new Chevy Trailblazer EXT. Room for 7. Room for everything.
I left the bagels in the jet.
Chevy Trailblazer. Like a rock.
This holiday season, Honda's got great deals on new sport and utility ATVs, so you can play in the snow or in the dirt. Qualified buyers can get $29 payments for the first 6 months with the Honda card. Or lock in our lowest rate of the year, a 4.9% fixed APR through Honda Financial Services. Plus, you can get up to $300 in bonus bucks when you purchase select models. But hurry, gifts that go are going fast.
Every day, Ameridebt helps more people with money problems. People like Tom Baker.
My credit card debt was outrageous. Then I called Ameridebt. They contacted my creditors and got my payments almost cut in half. Now I have only one small monthly bill.
Ameridebt is a nonprofit organization that offers free consultations to consumers seeking to eliminate their debt. People like the Shaws.
Every month I pay our credit card bills, but the balances never seem to get smaller.
Ameridebt got our interest rates reduced, and now the balances are dropping dramatically.
And what's even more amazing is our payments are less than before.
Just call this number, and regardless of your credit, in minutes you can join the thousands of people who have turned their financial lives around. People like Maria Rinaldi.
Before I called Ameridebt, the creditors were calling every day. I thought bankruptcy was the only way out. Now I'm debt-free, and my credit rating has been restored.
Call 1-800-346-1230. Ameridebt, helping America get out of debt.
OLN coverage of the 2002 Paintball World Cup has been brought to you by JT USA. 33 years of quality and innovation built into every product. And by WDP, makers of the Angel Marker, the world's most advanced paintball marker. And it all comes down to this, a look at Aftershock. They win this, they win the tourney. Up against SC Ironman, trying to play the role of the spoilers here today.
Not only that, SC Ironmen still have to win this game to win the national championship, and they break out. Let's take a look.
Championship match here on the Angel Field. It's chock full of bunkers. Avery, you've played this field before, not necessarily player-friendly.
This is a very difficult field to develop a strategy for. You look behind the Shock player. We're just seeing the start of the game between Dynasty and Bad Company. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. It's really tough to find shooting lanes on this field. Oh, there go the men. They just dropped a player.
That's good for Aftershock. Not so good for Dynasty. You mentioned Dynasty back there. If they win and Aftershock loses, they win the tournament. How about this vantage point we've got? Those guys have no idea. They're right next to each other.
That goes back to what I was saying. You just can't see what's going on the field. It's not uncommon to have players right on top of each other, but I don't think those guys have a clue. Men drop another player.
That's 2 down for the SC Ironmen. Wearing the red jerseys on the left side, on the right side. Wearing the blue jerseys, trying to win the World Cup here on the Angel Field. Aftershock.
Ironmen have their sights set on a series championship. They've got to play the points game.
And Aftershock already taking a lead over the SC Ironmen. And just as important as the points being played out on this field, the field adjacent to this one, what's going on with Dynasty? Well, we'll take you there and tell you right now, Dynasty has just beaten Bad Company with 91 points. Implications for our match.
This amplifies the importance of this Aftershock Ironman game. If Aftershock wins, they take home the cup. If Ironmen win, they go home series champions.
And right back at that action, still with the upper hand, the guys in blue, Aftershock.
Hey, Rowan! Kenny's in the head! He's in the top bag, Kenny! Kenny's in the top bag!
There's the captain of Aftershock demonstrating once again the importance of communication.
He's one of the greats. Billy Saransky, been in the sport a long time. Oh, his guy's with another big shot. Bye-bye, one more Ironman.
Take a look at this A. This is really an example of why this field is so difficult to play. Typically, a 50-yard line bunker is going to be small, compact. You can make quick moves. This makes it really tough.
Well, how's this for a quick move? And pretty gutsy by the SC Ironman.
The front player's got to do his job there, and that's exactly what he did. He eliminated the threat. It was a sacrifice for sure, but it was well worth it.
Very interesting. Trading 1 for 1. One guy down for Aftershock. 2 guys now. Wow, evening it back up a little bit, SC Ironman.
I didn't see exactly what happened. I'm curious if that front player from the Ironman eliminated both those players or something else happened. And that can happen. Sometimes that front player makes that move, and it opens up the whole field because guns turn.
Roland Isaacs trying to make a move up the A, and look at this. Both teams have crossed the 50. They don't know it.
Individual talent plays such a huge role on fields like this because you're really out there on your own. It's tough to communicate. It's tough to know what's going on. You see some moves being made here.
Oh, here's a move. Hey, how about this move? Aftershock taking out SC Ironman. Didn't even see him coming.
Another incredible sacrificial move. He had to take that player out. He knew he was going to expose himself. He knew he'd be out in the open, but he had to make that move. Excellent, excellent play on both sides.
Once again, trading 1 for 1, and once again, these two teams get together and the tempers flare sometimes.
There's always going to be a little bit of controversy in a game like this. There's so much intensity. They're playing for so much, and reffing is really difficult. People take for granted how difficult it is to see everything that's going on the field. You see Brian Benini trying to plead his case. Apparently he felt that there was a bad call.
Well, whatever the call, it's the final call. The ref's word goes, 2 guys left for Aftershock, 2 guys left for the SC Ironman, and one of them is behind the leaning bunker. Avery, we talked about this being a stalemate field. What do you do now, sit and wait?
At this point, on this field, it comes down to individual skills. You've got to be able to outshoot your opponents. You've got to be able to play this game. The Ironmen have to push at this point. They need it more so than Shock.
We'll sit and wait. SC Ironman making a move up, just like you said.
Todd Poopy Adamson sees him coming, makes a move, eliminates the player. Takes a better position. They've got the corners all locked up at this point. It's a 2-on-1.
Well, Ironman's Rich Telford has just moved up a position, a better defensive position than the leaning bunker.
Definitely a better spot to be in compared to that leaning bunker, but it's still a 2-on-1. He's still in a tough situation, and again, I don't even know if he knows where everybody is. You see him looking. In the last game, we saw Todd Martinez pull off a 2-on-1 and come off with the win. We'll see if Rich Telford can do the same here.
Well, Aftershock and Roland Isaacs trying to pull it off. Meanwhile, a bunch of tension. 8 guys sitting behind that tent wondering what's going on with their teammates for Aftershock.
So much comes down to these final moments. There goes Rich Telford again moving, taking advantage again of this cluttered field, hoping that nobody saw him.
Well, somebody did see him. He's gone. He's gone. They got him down.
A little bit of controversy again.
And here we go. They trade 1 for 1 here. Isaacs is out, but look, it's going to be a happy homecoming for the Florida native from Aftershock. Todd Poopy Adamson is left alone, and he's bringing back the flag. SC Ironmen and dejected, but what a tournament for them, and what a great year as well.
On the other end, totally different story. Take a look at Aftershock.
Let's go!
So congratulations to Aftershock as they take home the 2002 World Cup of Paintball back to Chi-Town. And in a strange turn of events, Ironman and Dynasty will share the 2002 national title. We've had a great time here in Orlando. Hope you have too, and we look forward to seeing you next year here on OLN. For Camille Baker and Avery Amaya, I'm James Bates. So long, everybody.
On this edition of Saucony, Running and Racing, late season 1-mile races at...
They've gathered from around the globe over 440 teams from 20 countries to compete in over 2,000 games. Each of them pressing forward with one goal, keeping their eyes on the prize. The competitors are set and ready to face off for this, the 2002 Paintball World Cup. Welcome everyone to coverage of the 2002 PSP NPPL Paintball World Cup, coming to you from just outside of Orlando in sunny Florida. Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the World Cup of Paintball. I'm James Bates, and thanks so much for joining us on what promises to be one exciting weekend with so much on the line. These professional paintballers aren't just playing for a World Cup championship, but they're playing for a World Series of Paintball championship and an NPPL championship. Joining me now is professional paintballer Avery Amaya. And Avery, hey, how about this atmosphere here today?
This is absolutely incredible. This is what it's all about. Everybody's having a great time. The weather's beautiful. Perfect.
And we've got 4 teams. We've whittled it down. 2 teams from all over the world have come in, but now 4 left standing. Dynasty, SC Ironman, Aftershock, and maybe a dark horse, Bad Company.
Yeah, this is what it all comes down to. Everybody plays all year long. They practice, they train, they work hard, they put a lot of money into this, and it's all about the final show. You touched on Bad Company. They really are a dark horse. They've been a competitive team all year long. They haven't made the final since World Cup last year. So for them to be here is really a big deal, and if they can pull this off, they'd really shake things up.
Well, if another team can pull it off in Dynasty, they really shake the world up because they win it all, basically.
That's absolutely true. They've been dominating across the world, literally. They'll finish this year as the Millennium Series champions. If they win this, they'll win the World Cup, they'll win the NPPL Series, and those combined with the Millennium Series will make them the world champions of paintball.
All right, well, catch your breath. We're going to go check in with the third member of our crew. Here's Camille Baker.
Thanks, James. We're down here at the World Cup, and it is so cool. They've even imported a beach. I have girls behind me playing sand volleyball. We have a graffiti wall over here. There are tons of people coming in from the outside to check out the next paintball game. They've got music going, a very cool environment, a lot of energy going on, and people are just overall excited to be here. That's it for now, James, but we'll talk to you later on in the show.
Thanks so much, Camille, and you better buckle those seatbelts because it's time to dip right into the action. Here's a look at how these teams got here. Well, it's no shock Aftershocks here. They've won more World Cups than anyone. 8 wins in 8 games in the prelims. 777 total points. That's why they're ranked number 1.
They've definitely got the World Cup magic working for them. They've won more World Cups than any team in history, and we'll see if they can pull it off here again.
On to the semis, 2 wins in 3 games, 208 total points. They drop a spot, though, now number 2.
You know what? They're looking incredible. It doesn't really matter at this point. The finals are a whole new tournament. Whoever wins, wins.
And how about this bad crew from Maryland? Bad Company, 7 wins out of 8 games, 1 perfect game, 678 total points, ranked number 6 in the prelims.
This is the best performance we've seen from Tom Cole's crew all year long, even producing the elusive perfect game.
On to the semis, 2 wins out of 3 games, 204 total points, and ranked number 3, jump up a few spots.
They're definitely in the zone. If they've ever had a chance to pull it off, this is going to be it.
And maybe the favorites coming in, Dynasty from SoCal, 8 wins in 8 games, 776 total points, 1 spot behind Aftershock after the prelims, number 2 coming out.
The kids are working it. They're undefeated through the prelims. These guys look unstoppable.
Working it on into the semis, 2 wins in 3 games, 191 points, and a number 4 seed.
They lost their first game of the tournament here in the semifinals. They've got to pick it up mentally if they're going to try to beat Shock's Cup magic.
And also from Southern California, the SC Ironmen, 7 wins in 8 games, 2 perfect games in those prelims, 689 total points, and a number 4 seed.
A dominating force again through the prelims. These guys were expected to be here, and they are.
And how about the show they put on in the semis? 3 wins in 3 games, 282 total points, and a number 1 seed.
They're hungry, and they're looking to do it. This may be their chance.
OLN coverage of the 2002 Paintball World Cup is brought to you by PMI. PMI is paintball. By National Paintball Supply, setting the standard in the industry, king of paintball. And by WGP, War Game Products, manufactured and custom built in the USA. PMI of National Paintball Supply welcoming you back to sunny Florida as we prepare for Game 1 of the finals.
Give me a ball! 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 2, win, Anthony. 1, 2, 3.
They saw us play that last game, okay? They're going to try to get that 50 taco. JP's over on this side. They're going to go for it off the break. So you guys over here, if they get it, be aware that he's there, okay? You got that?
DYLAST! DYLAST! DYLAST!
Well, they're fired up. We got to take care of the rules, though, first, Avery.
Here's how it works. 10 players on each team. 1 hit and you are out. Anywhere counts. Eliminate the opposing players, capture and hang the flag to earn points. The points break down. 2 points for each player your team hits. 1 point for each of your survivors. 20 points to capture the flag and 50 points to hang the flag.
So a national championship on the line, but when Dynasty and the Ironmen get together, it's a state championship, too, both from Southern California.
That is true. They're both from Southern California, but the rivalry goes far beyond that scope. This is a challenge for the World Cup title, national championship, and so much more.
Dynasty on the left, Ironmen on the right. Here's the breakout. What's the most important part right now?
Definitely making it to your assigned bunkers. These guys spend tons and tons of time walking these fields, picking their bunkers, making sure that the strategy is right. And, with thousands of paintballs flying through the air literally on that breakout, it's absolutely essential that you make it to your bunker alive and then let the game start rolling.
And right off the bat, as you just saw, Ironmen already losing a player in the breakout.
As you take a look at this field, it's important to realize that every one of these fields is totally different. These teams put hours and hours of time into walking these fields, taking notes, and setting up their strategies so that they can come onto the field as prepared as possible.
Well, here's Dynasty. Maybe part of their game plan is to push down that ladder that stretches down the right side of this PMI field.
Definitely. That bunker has been key this entire event.
Ooh, face full of paint for Andy Kopchuk.
Definitely no guesswork on that one. That's definitely 2 Ironmen dropped at this point.
That's a good shot. 1 more Ironman. Heads to the tent.
Andy's an incredible player. It's sad to see a player of that caliber leave the game this early, but not much you can do when you're up against a team like Dynasty.
Nice overhead shot of the ladder. Dynasty reloading. Got plenty of paint on them at all times, don't they?
Yeah, that goes back to what we were talking about in terms of positions of the players. You have front players, mid players, back players. When you see these guys standing in the back of the field in those stand-up bunkers, they have anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 paintballs on them because they're shooting 15 balls a second. They need to have that kind of paint. And here's Dynasty again pushing up that tape like you called it.
Obviously, you have to be good with your marker, be a good shot, be able to run and move a little bit, but you've got to be able to communicate. You hear these guys yelling back and forth, the back guys to the mid players and onward to the guys in the front.
Yeah, you know, athleticism at this point in the game is more important than it ever has been, but strategy is even more important, and part of that strategy is communication and chemistry and having the teams work together, and that's one thing that both these teams really bring to the table.
Now you saw Dynasty making an advance, already 2 guys gone for SC Ironman, and Dynasty 2 guys moving up the ladder.
Both of these teams are traditionally very aggressive. I'm surprised to see that the men are sitting back as much as they are. Maybe it's not so much they're choosing to, maybe they're being forced to at this point, but Dynasty definitely has an advantage with 2 guys in the center 50.
And Dynasty loses one. Down goes Frazee.
Well, it always hurts to lose Alex Frazee, but at this point, Dynasty is so controlling. They've got guys crawling all over the 50, up even into the 40 of the ladder bunker, so not a tough spot to be in, and it looks like he may have taken one on the hand there. I'm not sure.
40, 50-yard line. There are no lines drawn, but you got to use your imagination. Just like a football field, they're over the halfway point. But the promised land isn't the end zone here. It's that flag station, trying to get that flag. Oh, and Brian Cole won't make it there. He's out.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he was trying to do. Dynasty is trying hard to make the push here, and if anybody could have done it, it was Brian Cole. BC's one of the best players on the face of the planet, and tried to make a move. Would have been great if he could have gotten there, but
he didn't make it there, and he really feels that he had a hit too.
Well, definitely took a few bonus balls there, and he's trying to challenge the call a little bit. He clearly feels that he shot the other player first, and technically should, at this point, put his hand in the air and walk off the field, and there goes another one.
There goes Augustin, and it wasn't Brian that got him, but shortly after, he's sent to the tent.
Well, there goes Ollie Lang making a great move. Looks like he took a bounce. He's going to stay in the game. At this point, you're going to see the back players start to move up the field and help close the game. They've got to be relentless at this point.
Clearly the upper hand right now for the guys in blue.
Almost at a point of desperation for the SC Ironmen. The Dynasty guys are all over the place.
And they may have lost their last guy right there as Dynasty continues to move. And they'll take the flag.
Impressive win. These kids show what kind of energy they have. Again, talking about the chemistry. They know how to play. They play well off of each other, and they can close the game.
We told you they're from Southern California. Of the 10 guys on the team, 7 of them live together. They surf together, hang together, and of course, play some great paintball.
Those are the Dynasty kids. They've been playing together for so many years. They still get out and play 3 times a week, and it shows.
And on the other side, the Ironmen obviously dejected. World Cup and National Championship hopes take a dive. Here's Camille.
I'm here with Team Dynasty, who just beat SC Ironman in the first game of the finals competition. How do you guys feel about that game?
I feel awesome, man. We haven't been doing very well on this field at first, but
it's off our back.
Yeah, we changed it. We beat SC Ironman, which was a tough game for us always. They tried to lock it down, but we just kept shooting them out.
How many lives did you guys lose in that game?
We only lost 3. We lost just 3 guys.
I know you guys are also in the running for the for the series title with the NPPL, and SC Ironman's the only other team that's still in that running. Did that give you any extra motivation for winning this game?
Well, that and the fact that they beat us the last tournament, and we weren't sure if it was just or not, but I mean, we beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
And we're totally stoked. Everybody's stoked about it. Look at us.
Congratulations and good luck. See you guys.
Thanks, Wonder Woman. Thanks a lot, Camille. D-Y-N-A-S-T. Why? Because they're good. Up next, Aftershock. Stay right there.
You're losing your head.
Welcome back to Orlando, Florida, in the World Cup of Paintball. James Bates here, and you know it's the biggest event of the year, so Viewloader and JT, they've got to bring out the best products of the year, some new products, right, Don?
Absolutely. Only the best products. We brought out what we call the Proteus, and it's built off our Spectra lens, which is the highest product that we have in our line, and it's built for pro and pro-minded players. So it has a bevy of items here that work for the player, you know, from the thermal lens and all the way down to, you know, directional ear cups here that for a front player, he turns them back so he can hear his guys behind him, and vice versa. Back players turns them forward, and he can hear everything that's happening in front of him. They also come with a band. They come with, you know, hot new paint jobs, everything, you know, from
That's what I was going to say. They look like the hot rods on the street. Now, some of the players like the clear because of all the TV and magazine coverage. You can actually see their faces, see what's going on a little bit.
Absolutely. The faster the game gets, the quicker it is, the easier to see the players, and that's what we're trying to do is it gives them best protection and bringing out, you know, their highlights, because it's all about the players here. You know, giving them, supporting them, being here for them. That's what we're trying to do.
And great protection as things get loaded up. The Evolution 2 is looking kind of pretty too, and we had a hard time deciding which product we were going to bring out today. So many new ones.
Yeah, we've got a lot of loading systems. View-Loader's been the dominant company that makes paintball loaders, which you see sitting up here. Historically, everything's been what's called agitating. They kind of shake the balls and then they drop. Well, this is a new feed system. It's actually what's called a force feed system, and what it does is pushes paint down into the marker. It allows you to shoot up to 17 rounds a second without breaking any paint, which a lot of these balls are pretty fragile. So it really helps out. Here you go. Turn it on real quick. You see how fast that paddle goes. These things will feed 17 rounds a second through some of these fast markers, like these electronic guns like we got out now for JT. So if you're going to play this level, you got to have a fast loader.
That's incredible. What else do you think of when you think of JT and View? Oh, ladies. Where are the ladies at? Here they come. View Loader, Chelsea from View Loader, and Bonnie from JT.
Well, one thing it's never hard to find at these events, paintballs. Over 15,000 paintballs are used on average per game at this level. Pink balls, purple balls, red balls, green balls. Just how are they made? Well, funny you ask, because recently we took a visit to RP Shear's paintball factory, and believe it or not, RPS is a division of a pharmaceutical company. The sign on the wall says, "We paint the world," and, well, that may be true. RPS manufactured and sold nearly 2.5 billion paintballs last year. The manufacture of paintballs encompasses two major areas of concern, the shell and the filler. The filler is based primarily on a solution found commonly in shampoos and like products. That product is delivered to the factory and stored in these containers. The filler is then loaded into large vats and mixed with dyes according to a special recipe for each desired color. The second most intricate area in the manufacture is the shell. The shell is gelatin-based and begins as a powder. The powder is then transformed into a liquid form. The gelatin is then dyed into a variety of colors, some standard and some custom. Thousands of gallons of filler waits, and the process of marrying the filler and the shells begins. The gelatin is formed into sheets on two large rollers. The two sheets are then merged together and injected with filler at the same time. Paintballs are stamped out simultaneously on a number of machines. The presses here run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for nearly 340 days a year, cranking out over 7 million balls a day. The balls then travel from the press to a tumbler. From the tumbler, the balls are placed one deep on trays for drying. After the drying process, each batch of paintballs is compression tested for quality. In addition to compression testing, each batch of balls is shot. After the quality assurance testing has been completed, the balls are packaged and prepped for delivery to distributors and retailers around the country and the world.
This is proof, though.
Here's a crew that's gone through a few batches themselves. Dynasty behind the scenes as they prep for their match with Aftershock.
Much easier. I can read. Come off the right side. Stand on the right side.
Dynasty 10 as they prepare for Aftershock.
Oliver, you can come around, shoot your mirror, and stand up, and go to the same top. Okay, that's the choke drill. All right, hey.
Johnny, you have to screen number 2 again, like last time.
All right, this is Ollie's, all right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oliver's secondary movement is here, and then over to here. All right, Opie. This is Opie's zone right here. Opie.
Yeah, right. You gotta help me. We're back down in the vendor area, right in front of the National Paintball Supply Truck, always one of the biggest and baddest on the lot. Chuck Hench, VP of Sales with me right now. Tell us all about National, if you would, Chuck.
Well, National Paintball Supplies has been in the business 12 years. We are a distributor of paintball products. We carry over 9,000 SKUs. I mean, we're the biggest. We have 6 warehouses across the United States to service the paintball players, and we're here just supporting them.
And you got a big bad line out right now, new Empire line. Tell us about it.
Well, in addition to our Diablo line just came out, but Empire is a top-of-the-line product. It's a brand that we're going to hang our hat on as being the highest quality, and teams can purchase our jerseys, barrels, paints. We got an entire full line of products under the Empire brand.
And you guys aren't just top of the line when you talk about products, but teams. Tell us about Dynasty. They've got a good run at it right now.
Well, right now we're in third place in the NPPL, the Dynasty that is, and they won the European circuit, and we're competing for the World Championship here. So we have a great shot at it, and Nationals our biggest sponsor.
All right, thanks a lot, Chip.
All right, thank you.
Hey, give me
and
one
the
more
kids
ball.
from Dynasty will take on these boys from Aftershock as our OLN coverage of the Paintball World Cup continues.
All right, take your side, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, oh man, you got our side. I didn't even know.
Ever try to use a bank or broker to refinance your home? That's why we started eLoan. It's a better way to refinance. Needless paperwork? Gone. Lender fees? Gone. Waiting for a decision? Ours takes minutes. At eLoan, we believe everyone is entitled to the right loan at the lowest possible rate, based on your credit, not your negotiating skills. You get your cash fast, at a great rate. A bank shouldn't come between you and your money. That's why there's eLoan. Apply now at eLoan.com or call 1-800-ELOAN-22.
Your neighbors are nice, huh? Chucky's finally got a kid his age to play with.
He seems to have fun playing over there.
I don't like it, too.
Sit here.
Whoa. Well, it's nice being alone for a change.
Hey, listen, last year these guys took something away from you. If you need any fuel to beat these guys, that's the reason. Remember what happened.
Muster it up now.
You do it now.
Come on, baby, come on.
Dynasty, get in here!
Come on! The Dynasty!
No cussing.
The Dynasty! The Dynasty!
Two more games!
Dynasty!
Think about what we went over on that board. Think about that. We know our zones. We know to keep our guns rolling. We know our moves. Let's do this. Everybody knows what's going on.
Everybody on this team is 150% ready for this game, all right? So go out there and play like you can play, all right? Hey, this is the team to win the tournament, and we're going to do it right here, right now. Come on! CYNAST! 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 CYNAST!
A mammoth match on our hands. You don't have to tell these guys. Aftershock on the right, Dynasty on the left. Here's the breakout.
And they're off. We got to see a little bit of Dynasty preparing before this. We didn't get to see much from Shock, but probably going to be a pretty close mirror here.
The JT field, one of the favorites here this weekend. The huge bunker in the middle. What's going on with the pyramid?
That's a good question. It's a huge bunker, like you said, and it makes it really a challenge to walk these fields and lay out your strategy. But again, that's why they put the hours and hours worth of preparation into it.
Now, folks at home, it looks inviting to climb up at the top of that pyramid, but obviously against the rules, Avery.
You hit the nail on the head. It is against the rules. If you can imagine, these guys have been training so hard all year long. They're traveling around the world, and this is intense, man. This is really intense.
Well, one of the Aftershock members traveling back to the tent. One guy down for Aftershock. Both teams in blue. Remember, Aftershock on the right, Dynasty on the left.
Dynasty's really going to try to use their young front players, make something happen. Both a little conservative. No one's making a hard push at this point. They're probably looking to eliminate a key bunker or two. Looks like there goes another shot guy walking off the field.
Two guys down now for Aftershock, and really when you look at these two teams, Aftershock, a perennial power, always going to be in the World Cup Finals, it seems. On the other side, Dynasty, maybe the new school guys, a little of the new, little bit of a mixture on the other side.
Well, this has always been Shock's event. Dynasty stole it from them last year, so there's a lot of rivalry on the field right now.
Reloading, tubes full. On average, you're going to get the back players just spraying paint all over the field. The front guys not shooting quite as much as the guys in the back.
Yeah, the back players' job is to stand up, stay on their feet back there, keep their eyes on the field, drive the bus, as we say, meaning direct the players on the field, let them know what's going on, and Shock's got some of the best back players out there, and they're definitely going to use them.
And in order to drive the bus, you have to stay standing. You can't see the entire field down on your knees like the guys in the middle.
Yeah, you see Brian Benini right there. You look at the bunker he's in, you look at the vantage point, he's having to play tight against that bunker. You can't see much, so you've got to rely on those back players to be your eyes.
There's BC. We saw him get hit earlier. Ref checks him over. He's clean right now.
Yeah, you'll always do that when you feel like you may have taken a hit. You'll call the ref over, make sure that it breaks. If it doesn't break, you're clean and you're still alive.
And obviously, honesty plays a big part in this game. You've got to trust each other a little bit.
Trust is a huge, huge factor. And again, that goes back to chemistry, and that's something that the Dynasty players really bring to the field.
And the ref sees some pain on Ollie Lang. He's out.
It'll be interesting to see if they call a penalty there. I'm not sure if they will or not. Brian Bonini makes a great move up to the center 50.
A look over the shoulder of Kenny Clamper, putting some paint on the Dorito. Watch the refs crossing. Oh, greenspan to the face.
Blows up Pink and leaves the field.
Well, Aftershock making a move now, evening things up a little bit.
You talk about the youth on the Dynasty team. You can't ignore guys like Kenny Clamper and Todd Martinez that are playing for Shock. These guys are game breakers, and they really make things happen. You see Kenny playing there.
You talk about the chemistry with Dynasty. The chemistry on the other side of Aftershock has been questioned a little bit lately. Didn't even make the semis. A huge upset back in Atlantic City a couple stops ago.
Well, that's paintball, and that just goes to show how competitive this entire sport is. You can't take anybody for granted.
Well, this is some paintball we haven't seen yet, away from the bunker.
He looks like he may be playing loose, but you look at his posture, he's actually very well aware of the field, and he knows exactly where the shooting angles are.
Todd Martinez working both sides of his bunker.
Rocking that Timmy. He's definitely controlling some lanes. He's working with his front guys to make sure they know what's going on, trying to control the field as well as he can.
There's a look at Aftershock's Brian Bonini surveying the situation. Creeping up a little bit.
He's got to take a peek, see what he's got there. Always looking for a target. These guys play tight. You're not going to find many.
Knowing when to peek. Seems like it's a bit of rolling the dice.
It definitely is, but you're watching paintballs fly through the air. You're listening to your back guys. You're listening for noise from the other side. You are taking a chance, but you've got to take those looks and try to make moves. Looking for better position all the time. There goes Kenny Clamper, perfect example. Making a quick move. Doesn't seem like much, but it just changed all of his shooting angles. May have really opened something up for him.
You see him yelling across the field to Brian Bonini. Communication's so important. You're a captain of a professional paintball team, the Texas Storm, Avery. How important is it, and how does it take place?
It's the key to success on and off the field. We talked about chemistry, and this is where it comes into play. Trusting your back guys, asking the questions at the right time, and listening to them. You can take all the individual skill in the world and throw it onto the field, and it doesn't mean anything without communication.
Dynasty bunker full of paint, communicating going on. It looks like Aftershock now is making a push. They're getting aggressive right now, Avery.
Definitely what it looks like. It seems like Dynasty's made a decision to play defense at this point. They're going to cross it up. They're going to try to close those lanes and prevent movements. And you see Kenny Clamper, he's aware of that, and he's trying to decide where to go next. Which bunker can he make it to? Brian Bonini's doing the exact same thing. They're going to make short, quick moves, try to open something up.
Big cash money. Todd Martinez has got their back. Not a bad guy to have behind you.
No, he's been a welcome addition to the Shock team. I talked to Billy Saransky, captain of Shock, and they're very happy to have him there. And there goes Brian Bonini. I was saying that earlier. When you try to make these quick moves, it doesn't seem like much, but those Dynasty players are crossing it up. They know which bunker Shock is going to try to take, and they're going to try to prevent it, and they did it in that situation.
Bonini's gone. This one coming down to the wire. Over on another field, SC Ironman just defeated Bad Company, only losing 3 guys.
They've got to be amped. 97 points is great at this point. It's all about points. Games, national championships, world championships can be decided on 1 or 2 points. So again, it's all about points.
Good shot at the back of Todd Martinez. Look at the pack, Avery. Looks like cash money is about cash out of paint.
That does seem to be the case, and that's going to force him to change his game plan. He's going to have to get up there, play in the front with Kenny, try to be a wrecking ball, move up the middle of the field, make something happen.
Moving past midfield is Clamper.
Position is key at this point, and Shock knows they've got to push. Dynasty's at a slight disadvantage here because they are playing defense and they can't see the field as well. They may not even know who's left on Shock's side.
Nice overhead shot. Gives you a look at Clamper, the referee, on his belly right behind him. Another move by Clamper, moving up the field. Very aggressive play now for Aftershock.
Trying to close the game.
Advantage Aftershock. Oh! Advantage now, Dynasty. Good shot over the top of the bunker. Clamper got caught.
And if I'm not mistaken at this point, it's a 1-on-2. Todd Martinez low on paint against 2 Dynasty players, both in the back. Again, they may not be aware of where the Shock players are and how many guys are left.
Well, this shot confirms it. Cash Money very low on paint. 1 on 2. He's got to go on the offensive. World Cup title on the line right now.
The Dynasty players have done their job. They've whittled it down to a 2-on-1. Let's see who can finish this game. Down to a 1-on-1.
Martinez makes his charge. He got him.
He got him. He mugged him and he took his candy.
How about Aftershock?
Did I mention Wrecking Ball? Impressive finish. World Cup magic. World Cup magic. They've got it.
Well, Todd Martinez lives up to his name, Cash Money. Hugs aplenty from his Aftershock buddies. They have just pulled a huge upset here over a favored Dynasty team. And here's a look at our points after the first 2 games of the finals. Aftershock with the big victory over Dynasty in second place. Ironman in bad company. Welcome back to Orlando, Florida. James Bates, Avery Amaya, Camille Baker, bringing you the World Cup of Paintball. And this used to be an all-men's sport. Every now and then you'd see females play individually on the men's teams. But here in Orlando, 2 teams consisting entirely of women have come to play. All the way from Norway, the Fat Ladies Charms. That's right, fat with an F. It's a good thing over there. And the Femme Fatales from right here in the United States. Martinez, in only his second tournament with Aftershock, was the key player in the earlier match with Dynasty, and the Dynasty guys knew Todd would be a problem as they prepped for that match.
Todd Martinez runs out there real fast. He sits right in your mirror.
And while this is only his second tournament with the Aftershock guys, he's no stranger to the sport. He was introduced to paintball while playing the game with his father as a kid in New Mexico. We sat down with Todd at his home in San Diego and talked with him about the game that he loves.
I never knew that paintball was even this big. I mean, a lot of people don't even realize how big paintball is. You know, we travel to Europe, you know, several times a year to play. You know, when I first started, I had no idea. But once I found out, you know, it was the only thing that I wanted to do. I mean, I love playing. I love being out there. I mean, I played 3 days a week. You know, as most people barely play 1. You know, I love going out there and just getting dirty and shooting people and having fun with my friends and then going home and telling stories about it later. I love paintball because it's different from other sports in the fact that you don't have to be tall, you don't have to be big, you don't have to be strong. You know, you can be short, fat, skinny, ugly, and still be one of the best players in paintball. I've made so many close friends in paintball. You know, I have friends all over the United States, Europe. You know, it's really cool to be able to travel around the world with those guys and spend time with them. I met my girlfriend through paintball, which was, you know, one of the best things that ever happened to me. Besides being like a pro player, like I'm a big paintball fan. I mean, I love to go out and watch teams like Dynasty, the SC Ironman, Trauma, Image, you know, when Image was around, you know, Lockout, all those teams. I mean, I love watching paintball.
Maybe some future professional paintballers joining me now in the PMI tent. Aaron Stevens and Aaron, those guys pick the right tent if they want to get started.
For sure. PMI carries everything a player needs to play paintball. Everything from RP Shear paintballs to the Piranha line of entry-level markers to the Pure Energy air systems that power the markers.
So you guys take care of the general public, but also when you think of this tent, Evil comes to mind, and you guys cater to the professionals as well, and you're launching a new line here at the World Cup.
Absolutely. We're very excited about our new line of products. Everything from aftermarket accessories for the pros to a new barrel system, high-end paintballs.
That guy's very excited about it too, as he's trying to run away with your marker. You can't keep him like hotcakes, man. This guy, we got to get him out of here.
Everyone's excited about our new Evil Omen, the first marker from the Evil line. We also have the Evil Pipe barrel system for the pros who demand high-level accuracy, and the Evil paintballs come from the same manufacturers as the RP Shear paint.
And who says Evil never wins? Thank you very much, Aaron.
Thank you.
Oh, evil's not a bad thing. Lots more action still to come from sunny Orlando, Florida, as OLN coverage of the Paintball World Cup continues after this break. Paintball World Cup. Little record spinning. Wonder if that's the Bee Gees. Gotta keep moving while everybody's shooting. He's staying alive. You guys laugh, but I'm serious. Maurice Gibbs here, and he sat down with Camille Baker.
Hi, I'm here with Maurice Gibb of the Bee Gees, and it might surprise most of you to find out that he plays tournament paintball. And tell me...
all the front.
Oh, yes.
I just appear here. I don't do anything at all.
Right. His team's called Royal Rat Rangers, and is this your guys' first season playing?
This is our first year of doing tournaments. We first came to the World Cup in 2000, checked it out and see what it entailed. And then the next year we played our first tournament here in the 10-man, and we scored about 3 games, I think, out of the 8. But it was winning 3 games at the Orlando World Cup that impressed us so much that we didn't even believe we could win 1, never mind 3. So that blew us away, and we said, right, now we've got to practice more. We know what we need to do, because we learned a lot from the other teams we played. And all the other teams like Rage and Avalanche and Dynasty and the guys, we all hang out. They've been giving us tips and things on how to improve the game. And it's been a hell of a journey, because this year we were this close to the semis in the 5-man, which we didn't do last year. And we won 4 out of the 8 on the 10. But there was more competition this time, and it was more of a battle. And I think the incredible thing about the games was the battles themselves. They were just very intense games and very exciting. You know, so.
Is that what you love about paintball, or what is it that keeps you going?
There's so many things I love about paintball. I love the camaraderie of the people. I love the honesty. There is some, believe it or not. And I love, some of the guys who do different things. You learn from that. There's some things you won't play and do. There's some things you do well and you play well. I don't believe in wiping and all that sort of thing. I like the team to be known as an honest team. And I won't have people in the team that are like that. And so the important thing to me that I have found is that people now know that we're serious and we're not just here just to, cash in on the musical name or anything like that, because a lot of people didn't take us that seriously.
Well, thank you so much. It's good to hear that much about you.
Thanks so much, guys. Another perspective of the game, the Empire Ref Cam. Check this out.
Hey, I caught it over here and then I ran this way.
These guys had a short drive down. The Jacksonville Warriors and sporting the WGP War Cam. The captain of the team, Paul Bolenbach.
Not today. He's in the snake.
Paul's out, Camille's in.
Thanks, James. The sport of paintball today is on the cutting edge of technology. Paintball manufacturers are constantly striving to improve their markers, such as with WGP and their new gun, the Oracle. I'm here today with Rocky Newth of Naughty Dogs. What can you tell me about this gun?
Well, the gun was designed by Jeff and Bud Orr. Basically, it is Wargames' flagship gun. Let's go over a couple of the features. One of the main features is the new lever frame, increases the rate of fire. Some of the other features is a 15-degree vertical ASA, which basically is more ergonomic. We have the adjustable 3-way, the adjustable regulator, which is actually a smaller version of the original. We have the Caner barrel, which has different size inserts for different bore sizes of paint. The Oracle also comes with 2 different feed necks, a high-rise and a low-rise for if you're a back player or a front player. It has a Delron bolt that's self-lubricating, requires no O-rings. Also has a cam adjuster, which basically adjusts the length of the pull, so if you like a longer pull or a shorter pull. WGP designs are always innovative and they're always imitated, so make sure that you get the original stuff.
You mentioned earlier that this is based off of the design of Bud Orr's.
Yeah, Bud and Jeff Orr, the owners of Wargames products, are innovators, and they've been with the sport since the beginning.
Yeah, we've been involved since 1986. We made our first markers in 1987, and it's evolved into what you see now as far as the autocock is concerned. It's made in America. It's legendary in itself. It's won many tournaments, and and we're here today with it, and it's still going strong.
And we're still going strong for you guys here on OLN. Final match coming up. Here's the points once again. Aftershock ahead of Dynasty. They can win it all with a victory over Iron Man. The World Cup has been brought to you by JT USA. 33 years of quality and innovation built into every product. And by WDP, makers of the Angel Marker, the world's most advanced paintball marker. And it all comes down to this. A look at Aftershock. They win this. They win the tourney. Up against SC Ironmen, trying to play the role of the spoilers here today.
Not only that, SC Ironmen still have to win this game to win the national championship, and they break out. Let's take a look.
Championship match here on the Angel field. It's chock full of bunkers. Avery, you've played this field before. Not necessarily player-friendly.
This is a very difficult